As the names continue to be read at Ground Zero, we want to remind you that 2,000 children lost a parent on 9/11. Countless parents lost their children. Alice Hoagland lost her son Mark Bingham when United Flight 93 crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, just 129 miles out of Washington, D.C. This morning, she's in Shanksville to pay tribute to her son and the other courageous men and women who were on that flight. Alice, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for inviting me.
We've talked several times over these past 12 months. Was this a day you were dreading?
Yes, I've been dreading it, but I've also been looking forward to it. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be able to share time and communion with the other Flight 93 family members.
What do you think about the details of the ceremony that will be held in Shanksville this morning? Are you pleased with what's going to be included?
Yes, I am. We have been treated very graciously by the people of Shanksville and Somerset County. Last night, Susan Hankinson, the Flight 93 coordinator for the county, put on a magnificent show, including a local Marine Color Guard and the Johnstown Symphony Orchestra. It was heart-rending, and I expect that today will also be a very moving ceremony right here at the site of the crash.
Alice, have you developed any close friendships with the family members of others on board that flight?
I feel a real kinship and gratitude to Dina Burnett, who is the wife of Tom Burnett, and Tom and Mark were seatmates on Flight 93. I really enjoy her company. I've got to know Liz Glick. I've gotten to know Debbie Borza and the families of Hilda Marson and Jack Grancolis, who lost his beautiful wife Lauren Grancolis. There are many of us here. We do love and admire one another, and we're giving each other strength.
You know, it's important that we stop and remember the individuals who are on not only that plane, but the other three planes. Alice, tell me a little bit about Mark.
Right.
Remind me about him.
Mark was a 31-year-old graduate of the University of California, Berkeley, a rugby player. He was real hard to categorize. He was a crazy guy. He drew his friends from all over the world. He was a gay man. He was a real tough competitor. He was a businessman and just a true liver of life.
And you've been a flight attendant for, I believe, over 20 years now, and I know you've been pushing for defense security training for flight attendants. Where do you think that will go?
Yes. I certainly hope that it goes somewhere. I'd like to encourage United Airlines, my employer, to be the first in the United States to implement significant changes in security, better baggage inspection, better screening for passengers, better screening for people who have access to the plane while it's on the ground, and a much better and uniform standard for security cabin defensive training for flight attendants, better cockpit doors, and better procedures.
Well, Alice, our thoughts are with you, as you know, and your family today, and we thank you for your generosity and your time over these past 12 months.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now going back to Ground Zero as the list of names being read at the podium continues.